Anyway, Schumer accusing Trump of this. So here we have to go to Schumer, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit. So let's start out. We can do this together, don't worry. We'll do this together. Don't be fearful. Chuck Schumer, by the way, he comes up to the podium and does his press thing an hour late, which means they were in the background. No, say this. No, say this. No, accuse this. No, do this, as they were conspiring and trying to develop the politics of this. Let's start. Go ahead.
If the administration had objections to the way Director Comey handled the Clinton investigation, they had those objections the minute the president got into office.
Stop. You're the president of the United States. You're just inaugurated. You're trying to get your cabinet together. You're trying to get organized, trying to get your priorities together. The White House staff is new. The minute, really? This man has done everything possible he could possibly do to slow down the ability of Donald Trump to get the people in place that he wants to run this executive branch, to run the federal government. And then he dares to come up there with his doddering, he dares to come up there and talk about he could have acted within a minute. So he should have fired the FBI director without an attorney general of his choosing, without a deputy attorney general of his choosing. I mean, he doesn't even know his way around yet. He's president of the United States. And this man has done, this Rasputin has done everything possible to slow him down and to trip him up. Go ahead.
They didn't fire him then. Why did it happen today?
I explained that to him, and he knows why it happened today. Because the Deputy Attorney General, to whom the FBI Director reports directly, wasn't in place. But soon after he was in place, April 25th, he is confirmed, and on May 9th, he issues his memorandum. I don't know how much faster you can do that. What's that, a couple weeks? Go ahead.
Oh, the House is investigating Russian interference in our elections that benefited the Trump campaign. We know the Senate is...
We don't know that at all. We know the Russians interfered in the elections. We don't know that it benefited the Trump campaign. Do you realize what this man is saying? He's saying that everybody who voted for Donald Trump, you're so stupid. You're so stupid that you voted for Donald Trump because Vladimir Putin and the KGB and the rest of them got involved in our campaign. Is that what happened? When you went to vote, when you went to your precinct, when you sent in your absentee ballot, is that what happened? You said, wow, look what Vladimir Putin's doing. I'm voting for Donald Trump. Do you realize how stupid that is? But that's what they claim. Go ahead.
Investigating. We know the FBI has been looking into whether the Trump campaign colluded with the Russians.
Stop. Two things. None of this stops the FBI from continuing its investigation. The director of the FBI is not doing the investigation. It's the brave men and women, the hardworking men and women of the FBI. The director of the FBI was flying to Los Angeles to give a speech. He'd been on the East Coast to give a speech. The director of the FBI isn't doing the investigation, now is he? Go ahead.
A very serious offense. Were these investigations...
What's a serious offense? What does he say? That the collusion is a serious offense? Well, there's no evidence of collusion. Clapper said yesterday, under oath in testimony, for the 5,000th time, as I said, there's no evidence of collusion. But Chuck Schumer insists there must be. Go ahead.
Getting too close to home for the president?
See?
It is troubling that Attorney General Sessions, who had recused himself from the Russian investigation, played a role in firing the man leading it.
Stop. This has nothing to do with the Russia investigation. The memo he received from the Deputy Attorney General had to do with the investigation that took place of Hillary Clinton. It has nothing to do with the Russia investigation. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're using the old Stalinist Soviet-type tricks. The old KGB tricks. You remember Ted Kennedy working with the KGB in 1983 to thwart Ronald Reagan's re-election? Remember all that stuff? Oh, yeah, it's true. More, I know it's painful. It's like waterboarding. More Chuck Schumer. Go.
So what happens now? Deputy Attorney General Rosenstein sat in the Judiciary Committee and promised to appoint a special prosecutor at the appropriate time. That time is right now.
Why? Why is that time right now? Because Chuck Schumer says so? I would argue the opposite. The time is certainly not now. At some point, we'll have a new FBI director. And you would think that when the President of the United States nominates somebody, and I'm sure they're talking at the White House about nominating somebody who's not political, I'm sure Chuck Schumer will do something he's never done. Quickly move to confirm the individual to fill the slot. Go.
The American people's trust
Stop.
in our...
I'm sorry, but does he speak for the American people? Does this hack, this liberal hack, does he speak for all of us? No, he doesn't speak for all of us, so how dare he say what the American people want? Go ahead.
criminal justice system is in Rosenstein's hands. Mr. Rosenstein, America depends on you to restore faith in our criminal justice system, which is going to be badly shattered after the administration's actions today.
Stop. I mean, what this is a not-so-subtle attempt to put enormous pressure on the Deputy Attorney General to do what this political hack in his party want him to do. Now, let's go to the next soundbite of Schumer. Go.
This is part of a deeply troubling pattern from the Trump administration.
You notice the similar language and phrases that they all use? It's incredible, isn't it? This party, they all say the same thing and act the same way. It's a deeply troubling pattern. This is what they're all saying. We need an independent special counsel or special prosecutor. That's what they're all saying. There's an attempt to cover up the Russia connection. That's what they're all saying. Go ahead.
They fired Sally Yates.
Sally Yates was a political hack appointed by Barack Obama. Of course they fired Sally Yates. And as Attorney General of the United States, she was insubordinate. She not only rejected what the career lawyers told her in the Office of Legal Counsel about the President's executive order regarding refugees in those countries, 6 or 7 countries. She not only rejected that, she imposed her own policy decisions. So in other words, she was acting as if she was the President of the United States. And he's upset that the President of the United States fired her. It just shows you how perverse this man is. Go.
Fired Preet Bharara.
Preet Bharara was a U.S. attorney in the Southern District of New York, appointed by Obama. So, see, this is the mindset. A Republican president's not allowed to fire Democrats. They're not allowed to do it. They can't replace them. Now, he doesn't mention any of this because he knows there's a certain percentage of the American people for whom this is persuasive because he doesn't identify who's what. So we're talking about another Obama hack who was removed by the President of the United States so he could make his own appointment. Go ahead.
Mr. Comey, the very man leading the investigation. This does not seem to be a coincidence.
What? So what is he suggesting here? A massive cover-up, you see, ladies and gentlemen. Now we have Schumer. We have 2 more sound bites of Schumer. I'm telling you in advance so you know you don't have to eat dinner before all this. Go ahead.
Earlier this afternoon, President Trump called me and informed me he was firing Director Comey. I told the President, Mr. President, with all due respect, you are making a big mistake. The first question the administration has to answer is why now?
Okay, we answered that. Next clip, go.
This investigation must be run as far away as possible from this White House and as far away as possible from anyone that President Trump has appointed. Given the way the President fired Director Comey, any person who he appoints to lead the Russia investigation will be concerned.
All right, stop. Who the hell is this guy? Who is this man? other than a hitman, a political hitman for the left and the Democrat Party. Who the hell does he think he is dictating to the President of the United States what he can and cannot do? Is that in the Constitution anywhere? Did any of you vote for this man? Outside of New York? Inside New York? Who does he think he is? He's the minority leader of the Democrats in the U.S. Senate, dictating to the President of the United States what they will tolerate, what they can stand. And the media are all for him. And in tomorrow's show, we're going to talk about the media coverage of this event, which is an absolute sham and a scandal, and the Republican reaction to this as well. And we'll do that tomorrow because it deserves your attention.